Jay, 6 years ago, we wrote The Millionaire Real Estate Agent.
Right.
We did all the research, we put it in a book. We created basically 4 models that we advocated were the 4 basic foundational models of a successful real estate career to the highest level possible.
That's right. Lead generation model, economic model,
Yes.
budget model, and organizational model.
Okay, the 4 models.
That's right.
Is there anyone out there that actually follows those 4 models the way that we wrote that?
No, and there wasn't anyone that we interviewed that did all 4 the way we wrote that.
Yeah, when we wrote that book, that was kind of like a Frankenstein, if you will, a bionic individual that, because we were looking for best practices. If we'd wanted to say this is how Sam Jones did it, then we would have just written the Sam Jones real estate book.
That's right.
What we were writing was a book on a couple of premises. One is, what are the foundational models? Forget any single individual. What are the foundational models that you need to look at, or you will be looking at if you try to take your career to the highest level? And we stated what those 4 models were.
Right.
Secondly, we said, and we said it right up front, here's the biggest challenge you've got. And that is when you start your career, or at any level in your career, you have to watch the way you think and how that turns into habits. But the biggest challenge you have is you'll set out and say, my goal is if I could just make X amount of money, let's say $100,000.
That's right.
If I could just make $50,000 a year, and because of that, we do the math and go, I only need to do this, or I just need to do this, I just need to do that, I just need to behave this way and just this. And so what happens is we become this, I just need to do this kind of life.
Right, with $50,000 habits or $100,000 habits.
Oh yeah, and systems and behavior and scripts and dialogues.
Right.
Exactly. And as a result, we achieve that. But we've achieved it in a box. Okay, now we want to do more. And like Warren Buffett said, habits are too loose to be noticed until they're too tight to be broken. So what happens is we have built a life around thinking and behaving and organizing and talking this way, or we built the last 2 years or 3 years or whatever length it took. Now we want to bust through? That's hard. So what we were advocating, the biggest point in that book, and it might have been too subtle, I hope it wasn't, that we were trying to advocate was this is about thinking big so you maximize your potential. This is about starting from a position and doing things the best way that you could from the beginning. Not saying that you wanted to be a millionaire, not that none of us...
We said that, a millionaire, that word
Yeah.
just stands for thinking really big.
There you go.
It's about reaching your potential.
Well, we probably should have said that 100 times so that when people picked up the book, they realized it wasn't about the money. I said it on the cover, but you still have people walking around making it about the money. It's not about the money.
It's about being the best you can be.
Of course. It's about being the best you can be. And the way to do that is to not build in habits that think at a low level and lock you in way before you've hit your potential. And most people do that. Jay, let me ask you a fundamental question. Can I lead generate my way out of spending too much money?
No.
You mean there's no way I can gross my way out of overspending?
No. Bloat can ruin a business, right? So there's a minimum level of implementation on each of the 4 models.
Okay.
You can't just have really overcompensate for lead generation and then spend 3 times as much as you make. You're always going to lose money.
So you can never earn your way into profit. It's a combination of gross income and expenses, right? Some combination of that determines net income.
That's right.
Yeah. That's right.
And in the end, the 4 models interact. It's a combination of how much you can earn, how well you manage your expenses to bring it to the bottom line, how well you know your economic model, and how well you succeed with people. So Gary, if I'm following models, call them millionaire models, think big models, am I guaranteed to get $1 million?
No, you're not guaranteed of anything. You could fall flat on your face and fail because you haven't done it correctly, or you don't do it the way it should be in your market, or you've gotten the wrong messages, or the market has crashed on you and you haven't acted fast enough. There's a gazillion reasons why you could take those 4 models, Jay, implement them exactly the way it's written, and get nothing out of it. I mean, and financially end up going, oh my gosh, I'm broke. Because each of us are unique. If you and I took the same script and said it, we'd say it differently. If you and I took the same message and went out and put it in a marketing campaign in our different markets, it would be perceived differently.
That's right.
I've seen agents take exactly perfect notes from a mega agent, take the same idea back to their market, do it exactly that way, and fail miserably. And come back and go to the top agent who might have been a multi-million dollar producer, right? And say, you lied, that doesn't work. And the top agent's looking at him going, Look, it worked for me. I netted $500,000 last year.
right.
I netted
Here's the
$600,000.
proof.
Yeah, here's the proof. It does work. And he said, well, it didn't work for me. He said, well, I didn't say it would work for you the way it worked for me. I didn't say it would work the way it worked.
That's right.
Yeah. So it's really tough for any of us to set forth this premise that says, yeah, do exactly what I do, say exactly what I say, dress the way I dress and all that, and you'll have the same success. It doesn't work like that.
I think what we said is if you build these $1 million habits based on $1 million models, they won't hold you back going as far as you can go.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So the book was really about individual journeys and basic foundational models and ways of thinking that will help prepare you to be the best and most you could be in your real estate sales journey, right?
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.